In his career, Eugene Lambe has labored as a professional diver, studying the marine environment, earned a Ph.D. in science that led him to work as a professor and lecturer at Galway College. And for more than 20 of his 71 years, Eugene has earned world renown as a handcrafter of Uilleann pipes and concert flutes. These days, the lanky Irishman is taking a bit of a step back from his artisan career to travel and record the traditional music that defines his homeland for inclusion in the Irish Traditional Music Archive. It's a continuation of Eugene's lifelong dedication to preserving and playing the music that tells the centuries-old stories of the Emerald Isle.
What is the biggest enjoyment out of seeing and hearing Irish music, Irish folk music, come back in your nation?
It's just a little bit of pride in what we have. We were brought up thinking that we were looked over to England, in later years America, I suppose, thinking that what we have ourselves is not worth much. So to answer your question, when you started getting a little bit of pride in your own culture or your language, there was a sort of thing against Irish language as well. What good is it? I know of course the Irish language schools are packed, everybody wants to learn it, so there's a bit of pride in our own culture and our past. It's nice to see it.
Is there one song, when you get the requests when you're playing a concert, that you just don't want to play?
First of all, song, when we use the word song, we usually mean lyrical things.
Yes.
We use the word tune for just music.
Okay.
There are couple of tunes that I really don't like, and I don't know why I don't like them. It's just like a chemical. I'm not trying, and I can't learn them. I almost have a block against them.
Will you tell us what they are, or don't you want to say?
There's one called Sport. It's recently composed, and I can start to play a little bit of it. Even that irritates me. I don't know what that's the start of it, and I can't say why. Tune I can hear that I completely get excited about. I heard this one day now, and I just couldn't wait to get learned out. Something natural and flowing about that tune. The other one is contrived, or it's like it's an intellectual tune or something. But the other one is organic.
Passion.
I don't know why, but one fits in my head and one doesn't.
Is there a song that you will play anytime, any day, anywhere?
Listen, one of our Carolyn's ones I love.
What was that called?
It's called Planks to Maggie Brown. That was written about 1690. That's now 300 years old. So beautiful, But nowadays the lads and lasses are composing tunes, but they don't have that natural. I don't know what it is about.
As you advance in your age, will you move on to anything else, do you think, than pipes and whistles? Do you have a dream of making something else?
I was half thinking of relaxing a little bit now and bringing people like you around the countryside.
What a good idea!
And I've always been good at that, and I know Ireland very well, and I'm very well qualified as a botanist and zoologist, and I can also play tunes, and I know history, and I have a little dream about that maybe I'll start that as a sort of an easier business for myself.
What would you call it?
I don't know. You can give me a name for it.
If there's one thing about Irish music that you would like people to understand, that they don't necessarily understand because they're not that familiar with it or with the history, what would you like them to know?
Well, a friend of mine said to me once, and I think it's very true, it's not the notes that make the music, it's the spaces in between. whether it's the spaces within the music or the spaces in between tunes where people can converse and talk, and there doesn't have to be just the music. We're living in an age of stardom now.
Is that bad?
I think the art form gets lost if the concentration is on the artist.
Why do you do music? And why do you build instruments?
I build instruments, I suppose, to make a living. It's better than working in an office. I get more pleasure out of working with my hands. But basically, it's a job.
And music?
I suppose I play music because I can't stop.